Today, we come together to celebrate 9 Kentuckians who have been designated to receive the 2020 Governor's Awards in the Arts. These prestigious awards are our way of recognizing and honoring Kentuckians, businesses, and organizations for the significant contributions made to the arts here in the Commonwealth. Each recipient represented here today exemplifies the diversity of the arts as well as the irreplaceable value the arts play in contributing to our communities, education, and economy. The combined achievements and contributions of this year's esteemed group of recipients demonstrates the many ways Kentuckians continue to uphold the rich tradition of creating a cultural legacy in Kentucky. Despite COVID-19, Kentucky artists have embraced these challenging times to transform and broaden our way of thinking through our shared love and appreciation of the arts. Your ability to think outside the box has yielded creative solutions, allowing the arts to continue to thrive in Kentucky. Today, I join the Tourism, Arts, and Heritage Cabinet and the Kentucky Arts Council in recognizing each of you for your creativity, innovation, and dedication to the arts. Your commitment and willingness to share your craft with your fellow Kentuckians embodies what it means to be an important part of Team Kentucky.
On behalf of the Tourism, Arts, and Heritage Cabinet, I want to welcome you to this virtual presentation of the Governor's Awards in the Arts. The Kentucky Arts Council, one of several agencies that make up our dynamic and diverse cabinet, produces this annual ceremony to celebrate the creative talents of artists from across the Commonwealth. Today, we come together to recognize the success of this year's honorees who embody what it truly means to be a Kentuckian. Throughout this pandemic, Kentucky artists have remained resilient in the face of these challenging times. Many artists have stepped up to help their fellow Kentuckians by making masks to protect our most vulnerable from the spread of COVID-19, while others have made the difficult but necessary decision to shift their business to virtual performances and online exhibits to safely connect us to the arts. Kentucky artists serve as our ambassadors of the state's creativity, representing not only themselves and their creative works, but also our great Commonwealth's art and cultural landscape that we have to offer the world. Since 1977, the Governor's Award for the Arts have recognized Kentucky artists, and this year we welcome each of you into the circle of past recipients who have been celebrated for their creative talents with this prestigious award. Congratulations to each of our honorees, and a special thank you to everyone who joined us today. Whether you are watching this ceremony to support your favorite artists or just an avid supporter of the arts, we are glad that you joined us to celebrate Kentucky creativity.
I want to thank Governor Beshear and Secretary Berry for their introductory remarks and take this opportunity to welcome you to this presentation of the 2020 Governor's Awards in the Arts. I'm Chris Cathers, Kentucky Arts Council Executive Director and Master of Ceremonies for this award ceremony. The Governor's Awards in the Arts originated in 1977 with the presentation of the Milner Award, named for Louisville utility executive and civic leader B. Hudson Milner. Over the decades, the awards program has expanded to the award categories you will see presented today. Today's presentation is significant as it is the first time we've conducted this ceremony virtually in the 43-year history of the awards. Though we cannot gather in person as we usually do for this special day, we are excited that people across the Commonwealth and even across the country can share this day with the honorees. Each award presentation will include brief pre-recorded remarks from our award recipients. We'd like to thank them for taking the time to help us put the polish on this wonderful event. Another person we'd like to thank is the creator of the 2020 Governor's Awards in the Arts, Willie Rasco of Hopkinsville, Kentucky. We'll take a moment before we begin the presentation to learn more about the artist and the award itself.
Each Each year, the Kentucky Arts Council commissions a Kentucky artist to create the Governor's Awards in the Arts. The artist makes 10 awards, one for each recipient and one for the Arts Council's permanent collection. The 2020 awards were created by Hopkinsville folk art sculptor Willie Rasko. Rasko was a recipient of the 2015 Governor's Awards in the Arts Folk Heritage Award. It was that ceremony that began his desire to create the Governor's Awards himself one day. The 2020 awards were created from wood of a cherry tree that was downed about 15 years ago in a tornado in Hopkinsville. Rasko said he almost threw the wood out, but he saw the potential in it. And now this wood has gone from Rasko's pile to the homes of our Governor's Awards and the Arts recipients. He designed the award to be looked at from all angles, not having a defined front or back. In Rasko's own humble words, it is what it is. Rasko got his start as an art student at Hopkinsville Community College, where he picked up a piece of wood and started carving. Rasko took his time honing that craft, and 9 years later, in the early 1980s, Rasko showed his work in his first public exhibit. That show at Trigg County Farmers Bank in the early 1980s was enthusiastically acclaimed. He continues to create his sculptures from the driftwood, metal, bone, and shell he collects along the lakes and woods of western Kentucky. He bases his work on the shape and textures of the wood. The wood looks at him as he is looking at the wood. Sculptures emerge as animals, masks, or abstracted forms with a blurring of lines between human, animal, plant, and spirit. Rasko has exhibited at the Kentucky Folklife Festival in Frankfort, the Kentucky Museum of Art and Craft in Louisville, and the Kentucky Folk Art Center in Moorhead, where he was featured in the African American Folk Art exhibit. His pieces are in the permanent collection of the Kentucky Folk Art Center and the Kentucky History Center, as well as private collections. Rasko's work has appeared in state and national publications and has been in museums and galleries across Kentucky and internationally in France, Germany, and Thailand. For more information on Willie Rasko and the Governor's Awards in the Arts, visit the Arts Council website, artscouncil.ky.gov.
We'll kick off our presentation with the Artist Award. This award category recognizes a lifetime of achievement in the arts by a Kentucky resident artist in any discipline. This year's honoree is Kentucky writer Silas House, a native of Corbin. Silas has been held by fellow Kentucky writer Barbara Kingsolver as one of her favorite writers and human beings. He is the National Endowment for the Humanities Chair of Appalachian Studies at Berea College and serves on the faculty of Spalding University School of Creative Writing in Louisville. Silas's first 3 books, which make up the Appalachian Trilogy, are widely considered as quintessential texts for understanding the rural working class experience. His new novel, Lark Ascending, will be published in 2022. Among his honors are the Nautilus Award, an E.B. White Honor Book Award, the Appalachian Book of the Year, Kentucky Novel of the Year twice, the Storylines Prize from the New York Public Library NAV Foundation, the Intellectual Freedom Award from the National Council of Teachers of English, along with many other accolades. We're going to add one more to that list as we present Silas House, the 2020 Governor's Awards in the Arts Artist Award.
Thank you so much. I'm so honored to accept the Artist Award this year. Almost 24 years ago, the Kentucky Arts Council gave me my first fellowship in writing, and they really validated me as a writer. And I don't know that I would have ever published a novel if it hadn't been for that. So I'm so thankful to everybody who's been involved with the Kentucky Arts Council over the years. I also want to thank Governor Beshear. I'm especially honored to accept this award from this administration because Governor Beshear has been so inclusive and he truly represents all Kentuckians, and I cannot tell him how much that I want to thank him for that. Representation matters, and he makes us feel seen. So thank you. I also want to thank all the librarians, teachers, readers, everybody out there who's a literary citizen and cares about books. We need literature and the arts more than ever. So thanks to all of you.
Thank you, Silas. Our next category is the Business Award. This award honors a Kentucky business or business person for outstanding interest in and support of the arts. This year we honor the popular Bowling Green music venue Tidball's, owned by John Tidball and Brian Jarvis. Founded in late 2001, Tidball's is considered the epicenter of Bowling Green's local music scene. The bar has been described by Deadspin magazine writer Craig Furman as one of the best dive bars in the country. The venue is a host to many bands from across the southeast United States, but Tidball's also gives Kentucky musicians a platform on which to perform. That stage has helped launch local acts like Cage the Elephant, Morning Teleportation, and Sleeper Agent to national prominence. As Tidball's enters its 19th year, the venue continues to churn out talents ready to break out into the national scene. Even in the midst of a global pandemic, the owners' focus on community excellence, philanthropy, and the arts remain unwavered. I present to you the 2020 Governor's Awards in the Arts Business Award recipients, John Tidball and Brian Jarvis of Tidball's.
We are so honored and thankful to receive the Governor's Award this year for business. We would like to thank our wives and children for their loyalty and their support. We would like to thank Governor Beshear. We'd like to thank the Kentucky Arts Council, our Bowling Green community, and all the support you've shown us throughout these 19 years. It's good to finally be recognized. And we'd like to thank, of course, the musicians of this city, because without them, we're nothing.
And remember, mask up, let's get back on stage.
Thank you, John and Brian. We'll now move on to the Community Arts Award, which honors Kentucky individuals or organizations making a positive impact on their communities through the arts. We're proud to present this year's award to Elkhorn City's Artist Collaborative Theater. ACT began in 2002 with its first production, The Kentucky Cycle, produced at Breaks Interstate Park. In 2008, ACT opened its doors to the area's first black box theater. In the past 7 years, 10 new businesses and a poetry writing magazine have opened there, with Artist Collaborative Theater serving as an established arts and business anchor, adding to Elkhorn City's allure as a destination. Up until a fire destroyed the theater building a year ago, the organization was staging 7 productions per year, 12 to 16 performances per production, and supporting an active and successful children's educational program. ACT is completely volunteer and dedicated to showcasing all local talent. The organization proudly serves as the multi-county and multi-state region of Eastern Kentucky, Southwestern Virginia, and areas of West Virginia. As the theater rebounds from the fire, its volunteers and staff have discovered how important and necessary the group is to the community. That local support has been the motivation to carry on and rebuild. Accepting the Governor's Awards in the Arts Community Arts Award is Stephanie Richards, Executive Director of Artist Collaborative Theater.
Hello, I am Stephanie Richards, Executive Director and Founder of Artist Collaborative Theater. I am honored to represent so many volunteers who have dedicated countless hours of love, laughter, and life to make the dream of ACT a reality. We congratulate all Governor's Award for the Arts recipients and are proud to be included in this exemplary field of artists and the history of this prestigious award. Thank you to Kentucky artist Willie Rasco for the creation of this year's Art Award. The honor of this award validates past dedication and work while inspiring us for an even better future. We want to thank Governor Andy Beshear, Secretary Mike Berry, the Tourism, Arts, and Heritage Cabinet, and the Kentucky Arts Council for the ongoing support and advancement of the arts in Kentucky. And we at ACT Theater want to say,
Thank you!
Thank you, Stephanie, and Artist Collaborative Theater. Our next category is the Education Award. This award recognizes significant contributions to the arts and education and is awarded to a Kentucky individual, school, or organization. This year, that distinction goes to the Paducah Symphony Orchestra. For more than 4 decades, the Paducah Symphony has included education in its mission. Among the orchestra's educational offerings are a yearly summer camp, free tickets to selected concerts, opportunities for students to sit in the orchestra alongside professional musicians, among many other activities that enrich a child's musical experience. Additionally, the orchestra tours the region, performing at high schools to meet students where they are and inspire interest in orchestral music. We're proud to present the Governor's Awards in the Arts Education Award to Reese King, Executive Director of the Paducah Symphony Orchestra.
I'm Reese King, the Executive Director of the Paducah Symphony in Paducah, Kentucky, and we're honored to be the Governor's Award for Arts Education recipient for 2020. We'd like to thank Governor Beshear for his support, as well as Tourism, Arts, and Heritage Cabinet Secretary Mike Berry and the Kentucky Arts Council. We've worked very hard over the last 40 years to build our education programs here, and we have a comprehensive education program, and we are excited with what's coming in the next couple of years as we open a new academy for music education here in Paducah. Thank you again for your support.
Thank you, Reese, and the Paducah Symphony Orchestra. The Governor's Awards in the Arts Folk Heritage Award is presented to an individual resident of Kentucky, an organization located in Kentucky, or an individual or organization closely related to Kentucky that has made an outstanding effort to perpetuate and promote Kentucky's unique artistic traditions. This year, that distinction goes to an individual, Shelley Ziegert of Louisville. Shelley is an internationally recognized expert on American quilts and a community leader in Louisville. For more than 30 years, Ziegert led the Kentucky Quilt Project, the first ever state documentation project, and built private and corporate quilt collections around the world. Ziegert created, directed, and hosted the 9-part documentary series, Why Quilts Matter, History, Arts, and Politics, which is aired on more than 250 PBS stations and streams on KET. She continues to be involved in a number of community organizations, especially the nonprofit Kentucky to the World, which she founded in 2013 with a singular mission to elevate the cultural and intellectual reputation of Kentucky. It's my pleasure to present the Governor's Awards in the Arts Folk Heritage Award to Shelley Ziegert.
I am so pleased and honored to be chosen for a 2020 Governor's Award in the Arts. This recognition is one to which any artist, arts advocate, or arts presenter of significance in Kentucky aspires to. I first want to thank Governor Andy Beshear for his strong support of the arts, Tourism, Arts, and Heritage Cabinet Secretary Mike Berry, and the Kentucky Arts Council for the work they do every day to support the arts in Kentucky, and artist Willie Rasco, who created this year's physical award. I'd like to also thank Susan Goldstein for submitting my nomination. And of course, I can't forget to thank my husband, Kenny Ziegert, for his decades of support. But most of all, my thanks go to the quilt makers of Kentucky, past and present, who inspired my love for quilts and who were the reasons I started on this journey. My Governor's Award brings the extraordinary vision and aesthetic achievements of Kentucky quilt making to the attention of the public and respects and celebrates the medium of quilting as a form of artistic expression. The focus of my work is to continue to eliminate the divisions that inhibit the reception of the quilt as art, both in the minds of the makers and viewers, and my recognition with this award is validation of that effort. I continue on my journey through my involvement with the nonprofit Kentucky to the World to exponentially increase those who will value Kentucky as a rich treasure of creativity and intellectual vitality.
Thank you, Shelley. Our next award category is the Government Award. It recognizes significant support for the arts through government action and is awarded to a Kentucky son or daughter, an individual Kentucky resident, or a government agency located in Kentucky. This year's Governor's Awards in the Arts Government Award goes to the City of Somerset. In January 2019, Somerset Mayor Alan Keck began his term with the goal of promoting tourism, downtown revitalization, and culture. His vision was to include the arts in every component of that plan, producing quarterly community festivals built around music, food, and visual arts. Local businesses and organizations have embraced that vision with retail shops featuring locally made art and updating their storefronts to make downtown an attractive destination for residents and visitors. Local artist and poet Jeremy Scrimmager says that Mayor Keck and the city government staff have propped up artists, writers, culinary experts, musicians, and actors to showcase Somerset's artistic footprint in the region and across the state. Accepting the Governor's Awards in the Arts Government Award on behalf of the City of Somerset is Mayor Alan Keck.
As Mayor of Somerset, I'm so thankful, humbled, and honored to be given the Governor's Award in the Arts. I'd like to thank the Governor, the Kentucky Arts Council, and the Tourism, Arts, and Heritage Cabinet. We're so appreciative in Somerset to be recognized for the tremendous work that our local artists have done. Art brings people together. Art has been central to revitalizing our downtown. We understand it's a big part of promoting the best in Kentucky. So again, for me and the rest of the citizens of Somerset,
Thank you, Mayor Keck. The Governor's Awards in the Arts Media Award honors a Kentucky journalist or Kentucky-based media organization that has shown outstanding commitment to bringing the arts to the attention of the public. Louisville-based Spanish-language news publication, Al Dia en America, has been providing coverage in Jefferson and surrounding counties for more than 16 years. The publication's help in promoting the University of Louisville's Latin American Film Festival caused the festival to grow from a small event where organizers showed 4 or 5 films in a classroom to the full-scale event it has transformed into. In 2017, the festival featured 32 showtimes, screening 9 films or documentaries in 4 different theater auditoriums. The publication has also helped festival organizers secure 23 films from Guatemala and partly covered the cost of inviting 3 directors and 1 actor from Guatemala to the screening of those movies in Louisville. In addition to supporting the Latin American Film Festival, the newspaper has been involved in promoting and supporting various events where artists and culture cross paths, including the Latin Jazz Festival, World Fest, and Day of the Dead celebrations in Louisville. Al Dia en America has also been a point of contact for Latin artists to gain exposure in the Latin community in Louisville and surrounding counties. We're proud to present the Governor's Awards in the Arts Media Award to Al Dia en America, represented today by publisher Jose Neil Dones.
Hola, soy José Neil Donis del periódico Al Día en América y quiero agradecer este día por este reconocimiento. En realidad significa mucho para nosotros. I want to say thank you for this recognition, which really means a lot to us. I want to say thank you to Governor Andy Beshear and to Secretary Mike Berry from the Office of Tourism, Arts and Heritage, and also to the Kentucky Arts Council for all of your work. This recognition means a lot to us. because it's an important step into our new Kentucky home. I think it's an invitation to live in unity beyond any barriers, and also means that we are giving our communities voice to be themselves. I want to say thank you to all of our readers and to any person that have helped promote arts in our communities, but especially to the University of Louisville and the Department of Classical and Modern Languages. Quiero darle las gracias a todos nuestros lectores, pero en especial a la Universidad de Louisville y al Departamento de Lenguas Clásicas y Modernas, y a cualquier persona que de alguna forma haya ayudado a promover el arte en nuestras comunidades. Muchas gracias.
Thank you, Jose. The National Award is always an exciting category. This award is presented to a Kentucky son or daughter who has achieved national acclaim in the arts. Today we honor Olive Hill's own Tom T. Hall. When he was 8 years old, Olive Hill native and Country Music Hall of Fame inductee Tom T. Hall received a gift that would help guide him toward a path of musical success, a guitar. Lessons learned from local musicians, Clayton Delaney, coupled with Tom's love of writing poetry, led naturally into songwriting, a craft at which Tom has demonstrated unswerving ability. He wrote his first tune, Haven't I Been Good to You, at age 9. As a teenager, he performed with the group, the Kentucky Travelers, at local schools and on the radio in Moorhead. After joining the U.S. Army in 1957, he played on Armed Forces Radio while stationed in Germany. This Grammy Award winner and multiple Grammy-nominated Kentuckian has written 12 number one hit songs, including International Hit, Harper Valley PTA, and 26 songs that reached the Billboard Top 10. In 1996, his song, Little Bitty, from his album Slop Choppy, released that same year, reached number one when Alan Jackson covered it on his album, Everything I Love. Tom was inducted into the Country Music Hall of Fame in 2008, and today we add another honor to his already impressive shelf of accolades. We are proud to present the Governor's Awards in the Arts National Award to Carter County's native son, Tom T. Hall.
Hi, I'm Tom T. Hall. I was born in Kentucky in 1936. And since then, I've been traveling the world and writing books about them and saying nice things about the bluegrass state, the land of fast women and beautiful horses. I also want to thank the Governor Beshear and the Tourism and Arts Heritage Secretary for playing a part in this. I wish you all well and will tell you that when I am gone, this award will be along with my other awards I've gotten over the years in the Country Music Hall of Fame. So if you're in Nashville and you want to visit your award, Willie, you can you'll see it there. God bless you all, and God bless the Bluegrass State.
Thank you, Tom. We conclude the 2020 Governor's Awards in the Arts with the presentation of the Milner Award. As I mentioned earlier, the Milner Award was established in 1977 in honor of B. Hudson Milner, a Louisville utility executive and civic leader whose contributions to the arts in Kentucky remain important to this day. The Milner Award is presented to an individual Kentucky resident or organization located in Kentucky for outstanding philanthropic, artistic, or other contributions to the arts. The Milner Award is the most prestigious of the Governor's Awards in the arts. On behalf of Governor Beshear, we present this year's Milner Award to folk singer Michael Jonathan. In addition to being a singer, Michael is a songwriter, poet, author, screenwriter, playwright, opera composer, and community organizer. He has launched a national association of front porch musicians called Song Farmers, with more than 75 active chapters nationwide. Michael is executive producer and host of the nationally broadcast Woodsong's Old Time Radio Hour. The program airs on more than 500 radio stations, including on Armed Forces Radio across the globe. It is televised on KET and on the RFD television network. This live audience celebration of grassroots music recently recorded its historic 1000th program from its home base at Lexington's historic Lyric Theater. A longtime resident of Kentucky, Michael grew up along the Hudson River in upstate New York. One of his neighbors was legendary songwriter Pete Seeger, who encouraged Michael to move to the heart of America's folk music in Appalachia. After moving to Mousie in Knott County, Michael began his career traveling the nation with his Earth concerts, musical programs about tradition. He now resides in rural Bourbon County. We are pleased to present the 2020 Milner Award to Michael Jonathan.
Hey everybody, Michael Jonathan here. This is Michaela, and this is Kayla. We're at the log cabin here in Bourbon County with a wonderful award. It's called the Milner Award, and we are so honored, and I want to thank Governor Beshear, the Kentucky Tourism Arts and Heritage Cabinet, Secretary Mike Berry, the Kentucky Arts Council, everybody involved in even considering me for an award like this, to be in the shadow of other legendary artists like James Still, Wendell Berry, Jesse Stewart, Gene Ritchie, my friend Homer Ledford, and so many others that have been given this beautiful award. It's an honor. And this wonderful sculpture, this driftwood sculpture by the artist in Western Kentucky, Willie Rasco, we are going to display it proudly. And there's so many across Kentucky that deserve the same kind of honor. J.D. Crowe, for Pete's sakes, McLean Family Band, Bobby Ann Mason, Sam Bush, Lee Pennington, the poet Ron Whited. There's so many great artists in Kentucky, and it's such a powerful statement that with everything going on in the world, that Kentucky would continue to honor the arts. It's a statement about how important the arts is. It's not just the economy and tourism. It's the reason we choose to live where we do. And I really believe in the spirit of the symbolic front porch. And to me, Kentucky is the rocking chair, the comfortable rocking chair of America's front porch. Winston Churchill, during World War II, when asked if he was going to delete the arts from the military budget to pay for the war effort, sneered at the reporter and said, "What on earth are we fighting for?" And that's the true statement of why the arts are important, not just for me, but for everybody. But most of all, we want to thank you, the audience. You are the mighty oak that builds the foundation of Kentucky's front porch, of America's front porch. So for this Milner Award, we want to thank you very, very much, don't we, Michaela? What are you going to say?
Thank you, Governor Beshear, for giving the award.
What are you going to say?
Thank you, Governor Beshear, for giving Daddy a award.
Thank you, Governor Beshear.
Is it done? Beshear. Is it?
Thank you, Michael. And thanks again to all of our recipients for contributing to this celebration of their achievement and to Kentucky creativity. And thank you for joining in today, cheering on the recipients from your own homes. We know this has been a different year for all of us, but we've adapted and still had a good time today. Of course, we owe our thanks to Governor Beshear and Secretary Berry for supporting this program, and thanks to the Tourism, Arts, and Heritage Cabinet, Communications team, and the Kentucky Arts Council staff for producing this video presentation. We'll be archiving this video on our Facebook page and YouTube channel, and you can access those at these links. Thank you for watching, and once more, congratulations to the recipients of the 2020 Governor's Awards in the Arts.